I wonder what your face would look like on mine.
Okay.
So, you want to hear a story, huh? One about treasure hunters. Have I got a story for you? Pandora. This is our home, but make no mistake, this is not a planet of peace and love. They say it's a wasteland, that it's dangerous, that only a fool would search for something of value here. Then perhaps I am a fool. But do not be fooled by what Pandora appears to be. There was a legend. Many people tell it. The legend of the Vault. My father would always go on about the Vault, even with his dying breath. Advanced alien technology, infinite wealth, fame, power, women. So you can understand why some little kiddos who hear the stories grow up to become Vault hunters. Well, I have a story you may not believe, but I tell you it is true. The legend of the Vault is real, and it is here on Pandora. And let's call it a guardian angel, appeared to guide the Vault hunters to their prize. The tale begins right here on Pandora with the brave Vault hunters, the guardian angel, and most importantly, me.
Your evening will be nice and you can go and send me on my way. I said you're such a sweet young thing, why you do this to yourself? She looked at me and this is what she said. Oh, there ain't no rest for the wicked. Money don't grow on trees. I got bills to pay, I got mouths to feed. There ain't nothing in this world for free.
All right, back there, time to wake up. It's a beautiful day, full of opportunity.
No rest for the wicked until we close our eyes for good. Not even 15 minutes later, I'm still walking on the street when I saw the shadow of a man creep out of sight. And then he stepped up from behind, he put a gun up to my head. He made it clear he wasn't looking for a fight. He said, give me all you got. I want your money, not your life. If you try to make a move, I won't think twice. I told him you could have my cash, but first you know I gotta ask what made you wanna live this kind of life. He said there ain't no rest for the wicked. Money don't grow on trees. I got bills to pay, I got mouths to feed. There ain't nothing in this world for free. I know I can't slow down, I can't hold back, though you know I wish I could. Oh no, there ain't no rest for the wicked until we close our eyes for good.
Next stop, Firestone Depot. Time to gather up your stuff. Who's getting off the bus? You, with the sniper rifle and the crazy mask. You look like a Traxican wrestler moonlighting as a dominatrix, man. And you, soldier man. Are those armor pieces from the Crimson Lance you're wearing? And what's your story, young lady? What can you do? Perhaps you can bake us all a wonderful cake. And you, beefstick in the back. I'm not gonna make fun of you. Your burps smell of blood, and you growl like a rabid animal. Anyway, I've got some advice for all of you. It's tough out there, and you won't be able to just beat up on whatever you please until you're ready. Sure, you can take from the bandits or find things in the wild, but equipment you buy from my stores are guaranteed. And if you die, you can't get your money back because you're dead. I kid. No need to be so serious here. And if you're looking for the vault, well, you're going to have your work cut out for you. So don't be afraid to spend what it takes to get the equipment you need. You listen to Marcos. I come from 7 generations of merchants and I'm the best. Want to know why? Because I'm making it out here, in this place.
Don't be alarmed. I need you to stay calm and don't let on that anyone is talking to you. Start making your way off the bus. You don't have any reason to trust me, but I need you to believe that I'm here to guide you. I'm here to help you find the vault. In a moment, you'll be greeted by a funny little robot. Do everything he says. You'll know what I mean when it happens. I'll contact you again soon.
Well, we're here. Don't worry about saying goodbye. I'm sure we'll be doing this all again soon enough. Get off my bus.
See you next time! Welcome to Firestone. I am CL4PTP. You may call me by my locally designated name, Claptrap. Before continuing, please accept this Echo communication device and heads-up display, provided free of charge by the Doll Corporation. Great! I detect that your Echo device is fully functioning. This way, please.
There we go. About time. Goddamn. I don't care. I'm going this way. So, this is... Well, let's get this out of the way first. No guarantees of completion, quality, being worthwhile to watch, anything of the sort. This is Borderlands, the one and only good game in the series. 2 and 3 sequel are utter trash. 3 is still bad, but at least has some fun in the gameplay department. This... Well, this will come off a bit like some of the old Stalker playthroughs, partially because by this point I am now pretty well versed on this particular title, including content that didn't quite make the cut to the final product. Though I would argue in this case, what got cut out for the final product is... Let me open this first. You know, I've got the NVIDIA noise reduction running on this thing as well as echo removal. Opening a can of beer should not have been picked up, but it did. Honestly, if you look through a lot of the data that was cut out of this game, including shit that's in the game files, I might actually tab out of the game at some point and play some of the files, because there's a lot of dialogue additional dialogue from quest givers and shit that just got removed and left unused. Which makes what was left in there and still gets played not make any sense. It's atrocious, frankly. Suffice to say, this series would have been incredibly different. I have half a mind to claim that deciding partway through development to revamp the entire art style to this kind of comic booky one took away development resources and time from what was promised and planned in pre-release material. I mean, just look at the E3 2009 video. That's still on YouTube. So I'll be pointing out some changes and that sort of thing. This is the original version rather than enhanced for a couple of reasons, partially. The UI is just so much better in this one. Of course, it's got some mods thrown in to make it not atrocious. It's like the field of view is actually usable. I used to have another field of view mod for this version of the game, and it sucked because you had to like tie it to the movement key, and every time you did anything, it why am I not meleeing? My goddamn binds got reset. Fuck you. Just can't scroll down with the mouse wheel. I didn't realize there was even a horn option. Oh, I've got the console command. Ha!
I'm over here.
Get a bitch. So as usual, I've completely lost the train of thought. Well, let's get through Crap Trap's little intro. Oh, wait. Just like the Rookie Village in the Shadow of Chernobyl, there's so much here. And I've already gotten most of it. Here I am pointing out things after I'm already done gathering it. You can tell I'm very out of practice with this whole LP thing. Shut the fuck up. That's true. One thing to note to mention. The metagame sort of thing we're doing here is only my knowledge of having played this game before. I'm not gonna fast travel to the DLC areas to get extra better loot in early levels. Just a choice for this. Also not gonna change colors, because screw that.
Excellent. Now that your DNA is registered, you have the best and horrific death.
There's a call-out button. Because there are a lot of voice lines for the... I've never played this multiplayer, by the way. There are a lot of voice lines for each of the characters calling out things like fast travel stations, mech kits, and loot. I've never heard them. Oh, what I was going to say. I chose Roland this time. Kind of wanted to do Lilith because I've never actually done a playthrough with her before. Kind of wanted to do Mordecai because I've listened to a lot of the sound, the voice lines, and there are a lot that sound very different from what I remember ever hearing him say in-game. Like, in-game, his voice seems to be a lot higher pitched, but you hear the lines that are stored in that folder once you extract it and then extract the augs from the sound wave nodes. There's a lot more, deeper voice lines and a lot thicker Mexican accent from the actor, who's quite different from the one that you hear in 2. Because most of these characters didn't keep their voice actors in the sequels. Besides, there's a certain build I'm going to do with Roland again, because it's fucking awesome. Hell yeah. Try to cover all the shit I want to talk about. Well, I'll make my way through this.
Are they gone? Those bandits really have it in for us, Claptrap.
Got saved. Do kind of wish I would have chosen to do enhanced, because obviously this is maxed out. Like there's no world in which none of my computers would struggle to run this maxed out, but this still looks like ass. Enhanced looks less shitty. If it's these guys, or further in, but there's a bit of dialogue that's easy to miss. Yeah. Another bonus, another 2 bonuses of enhanced version. For one, using the use key does not reload because it's not thinking that you're playing a goddamn Xbox controller. For another, when you have your field of view zoomed out, it doesn't go to the default zoom in. Also, these sights are actually some of the better iron sights in this game. That bit right there in the center, at the front of the carry handle, that's completely pointless. That should not be there. So on the front sights, there's that little notch in the center. That's already there. That's what you're supposed to aim with. This just looks like a badly clipped model. This wasn't intended to just shit on the game, either. Just noticing a lot of things.
You really don't want me to come back to Nine Toes. Open the door!
This is a stealth game, or a game that even has mechanics for it, but there's another line that's supposed to play here. I don't think it does. So I'm just gonna hide and see if it... You ass!
Shoot this guy!
Somewhere here there is... No, I may be thinking of lines that don't actually get played. But some bandit pissing somewhere and just bitching about Nine Toes. Yeah, I'll get the loot. Probably all trash anyway.
Wow! That looks like it could do some damage.
Wow! Oh yeah. It's in every way except for fire rate and recoil reduction. It has a level limit. Play around for a bit for a little.
Let's get this gate open.
Oh. Right, it's trash. It's got a superfluous scope.
These controls
Also
seem to be
trash.
different. Have no fear. I'm sure I can do it. This isn't working.
This area clean.
I'm over here.
Ducking tutorial. Let's go. And what a shitty start to an early, easy game. Fucking getting blindsided, trying to listen in on dialogue. Getting blown the fuck up. I don't think it's quite easy to hear any hidden dialogue over here. I don't know. Maybe if you instead walk up over here. This is, again, assuming there even is dialogue to listen to. If you just walk up over here, because I think you gotta get a little further than that to trigger the guy jumping over the ledge, the wall, the barbed wire wall that I guess he didn't have much feeling in his balls. This is actually a pretty okay pistol. I was just crap trapped. I don't care about his dialogue. Oh man, being sneaky and everything. What are you even pointing at? Oh fuck! Gunshot over there. Dumbass.
Excellent. I knew you were the right choice, friend. Now go. I'll contact you again soon.
Yeah, I'm thinking there isn't any way to hear any of that dialogue. Yeah, that's right. Early level, no skills to worry about. A Crimson Lance! Atlas Mercenaries. Roland's former unit. I don't think it ever really gets explored why he left. For what reason. Probably intended to be a lot more... well, for certain there was intended to be more story for each of the characters. I saw it in one of the pre-release articles. Like, Roland came to Pandora specifically to find somebody that he wanted to kill. Somebody from his old unit. But that was the old Roland. You'll see the old Roland, believe it or not, pretty soon here. Skay golly. I'm assuming, I did a little testing, I'm assuming the audio's still good here. All the filtering and special effects, they are done in real time. Presumably, my system can handle it. I would hope so. Doll. Hey, dipshit, what do you want?
Citizen of Firestone, there is no cause for alarm. This new visitor has resolved the problem.
Well, shoot, I thought I was a goner that time. Damn bandits won't leave us alone. Had to lock the place up tight. I'll let you in. Come on. Damn it. Blasted circuits are on the fritz again. Give it a go from the switch out there, would you?
Now that you've selected a mission, you will notice that a new icon has appeared on your heads-up display. That's a waypoint. The waypoint will tell you where you need to go, depending on what mission is currently active in your mission log.
Yeah, I can jump up there. Actually, I think there is a way to get up there. This may be it, though. Collision mesh. Oh, no. I'm thinking they did the same thing they did to Morty's voice to Zed's. Because his voice in the recording lines in the game files, it's much deeper, much more gravelly, much more hardened alcoholic than what it sounds like here, where it's a bit pitched up and wimpy. And I know it's not just a problem with the audio engine, because Roland's voice is just as high-pitched and kind of whoa in the recordings as well. Oh god, I'm burning. Ah. Fuck off. Damn it. Ixie wrecked brewskis. Why in the hell would there be an invisible wall there? What's the point? Oh, it's all over this entire area. Were there originally models here? The collision meshes are all that's left. I do know that there was, in some manner, intended to be an actual citizen of Firestone besides Zed. Because there's one pretty generic line in the files. It's basically just like, well, you got rid of the bandits, but you think you're done? Check the mission board. Which is that on, like, 2 HP. Oh, well.
Thanks for opening her up again. The name's Zed. They don't let me cut on folks anymore.
This doesn't normally play right now.
So now I keep the vendors around here up and running. From the vendors, you can buy all the healing you could ever want from a real doc. Thankfully, without the vault is a myth, you'll get yourself killed bigger and better.
Yeah. There's definitely something very different about how his voice sounds in the game. It's got to be a pitching issue. Or maybe somehow I just got a completely different set of files from the extraction. That's basically exactly the same, just pitched up. By the way, this is Roland. I mean, you take away the doctor attire and the mask. I wonder if the rest of his face is even modeled behind the mask, but this is Roland's original model. And this is the guy that you heard in that E3 trailer, basically just saying, like, yeah, shit.
I might not have a med school degree, but when you get shot, you'll be happy I'm here.
Another thing here, a lot of missions like this, they actually had voiced intros from these quest givers. Kind of like they do in 2, except not obnoxious whippy cancer. Quippy, that's a word. There's gonna be a lot of that in this. It's gonna be a lot of, yeah, I know this, I learned this, and I feel like spreading the info. So I think a lot of this isn't even documented on the cutting room floor, but I don't feel like making making an account to add basic details like, oh, here there used to be lines, here there used to be an extra quest. These characters used to actually talk to you and talk over loudspeakers and have conversations with each other and do anything at all other than standing in place. Oh no, the robot's dead. Bandits here also have lines.
Skin. Don't worry, he'll get what's coming to him.
You did it. I knew you were the right choice. The poor little robot needs our help. Would you kindly give him a hand?
Would you kindly? Yeah, I think I might actually do that. Can I alt tab?
Ah, just 3 more steps, and I got me dinner.
That's just a random file. I can do this quickly. Well, actually, I'm recording. I just pause it. Let's hear a couple lines from Zed.
Name's Zed. I'm about the closest thing you're gonna find to a medic around here. They don't let me cut on folks anymore since I lost my license, but I keep the med stations around here up and running. You can use these machines to patch up wounds, set broken bones, heal bruises, and rehydrate. Those things don't have the bedside manner of a real doctor, but, well, beggars can't be choosers out here. I'm responsible for keeping them in working shape, so if you want to stay on my good side, you'll treat them with respect. Well, thanks for the help. You ought to use the machine to sell some things you don't need and buy first aid kits to use on the field. Looks like he got under Nine Toes' skin. Don't worry, he'll get what's coming to him. You need something? You need something? What can I do for you? What can I do for you?
That's the thing, too. Both Zed and Tannis have lines like that with 2 different takes one that seems kind of neutral, one that seems kind of annoyed, pissed off.
What do you say you do a little favor for me? I'll make it worth your while. Just who the hell are these Lance soldiers anyway? You got what you need, now scram.
See, it's definitely the same voice actor, same voice. It's still a bit deeper in here. Now, let's see if I can find those. Yeah, this will be the last set of tabbing out and listening to sound for now. This is the set that is supposed to play in during that entire intro sequence that we just completed.
Hey, you in there! Open the door! We need your woman to come out and give us a hand!
Well, that one already played, so I don't need to listen to that.
Yeah. Ah, stupid Nine Toes. Wish I was pissing on his face right now. This jerk. Yeah, that feels much better.
Ha ha ha! Got him! That little shitbox is mine!
Yeah, that's what you think. Nine Toes' men will be back. And if you're gonna find this so-called vault, you're gonna have to go through him first. We're offering reward for his head. Check the bounty board.
Okay, that is a couple of sound clips of the bandits. Well, one drunk-ass piece of shit pissing. Two laughing about killing Claptrap, and the settler at the end. You know, kind of talking about basically completing what's already been completed. Can I go back? Yeah.
Body's hurt. He isn't going to last very long without attention.
Oh, no.
Why don't you look around?
Claptrap is hurt. I care so much. Fuck you. I don't know why. Maybe it's a licensing thing for her visual appearance, but I don't like how they changed the voice of God, or Angel, as they renamed her for the final release. Her appearance turning into that generic CGI piece of shit in the enhanced edition.
Gas new, I think. Am I leaking?
He seems to be okay. Now is the time to get moving and play your part in the journey to come.
Everybody, check me out, I'm dancing.
Skaggs. I don't think Skaggs... Good choice for a little pistolero.
Thank you for visiting Firestone.
Target hit.
Be sure to say hello to all the friendly claptraps on Pandora. I shall now continue fascinating research on the wondrous properties of sand.
Well, that ought to do it. I'll see you in a few.
Curious. Well, first let's just kill a few more. I'm out of here. Let's get some action. You can definitely see some tedium from choosing the original instead of enhanced. There are a lot of quality of life upgrades, like automatically picking up money, which also happens when you're in a vehicle. And I'm not going to be able to enjoy these. I do like the arid Badlands the best. Basically the entire game before Doll Headlands. Partially because it feels like it's the most actually complete. Like everything that's placed here feels like it's put there with a purpose. It served a purpose either now or sometime in the past in the game's universe. Whereas basically everything that comes afterwards just feels like random assets thrown together and piles of garbage. Which are basically just these generic generated mountains, but with a really bad looking comic book garbage thing designed to it. This guy's got a lot more dialogue as well.
No? Lucky you. I only shoot skag.
about me, I can take care of myself. I'll get by just fine. All right? I'm okay. And don't worry about me, I can take care of myself. I'll get by just fine. All right? I'm okay. And don't worry about me, I can take care of myself. I'll get by just fine.
Those things that doesn't make any sense to me, because the lines are already there. Most of them are just kind of generic discussion dialogue, so it's not like it's gonna break anything or cause any trouble to play it. I just don't see any reason for it not to be there. Not to... Well, it is there. I don't see any reason for it not to play. Be a lot more variety than him just saying those two lines. Now, the quest items for later quests are here by default. So I suppose it makes sense. Better than having quest items just appear only when they're needed. I don't remember there being sun shafts in the original version, but there are. It's pretty sweet. Really not a half bad shotgun for a level 1. One-shotting everything I run into. Almost everything I run into. Fuck it. Bandit camp. Let's go. They're not triggered to spawn until later, I suppose. I'll just take the loop.
All right, we got guns over here.
Green label worse than a white label. Isn't that something? I guess it's a bit more accurate. That's the trade-off. Ain't about to snipe with a shotgun here. This ain't true stalker. Fire. Fire spelled with a Y. Is that how it's spelled on the sign? I can't remember which is correct. I do know it was spelled differently in one of the earlier trailers. If it's spelled with a Y here, it's spelled with an I there, or vice versa. Okay. Vice versa it is. Oh, shitballs. That is a level 10. Bye-bye. Ah, fuck. Come on, don't fucking kill me. I don't want to die at level 3. He's strange looking. Think of it. I want to look.
Target hit.
It was worth it. I don't have to pay for healing as much. Like this. It's always interesting to see what happens if you try to go somewhere you're not supposed to go yet. Usually it's disappointing and uninteresting like this. You just can't do anything at all. Sometimes it surprises you. Like on my current run-through of Fallout 3 on the Xbox. I had no idea that if you just wander around for a while before going to Megaton, it skips the entire sequence that's supposed to play there. So the gate's already open and Deputy Well doesn't say anything interesting or new. Here's this. One wonders why this would be out here by this deserted shack, literally right outside of town. And of course, buildings like this, they still are a bit lacking. Don't really feel like they would have been properly lived in. Kind of contradicts the point I tried to make a little bit ago about arid Badlands feeling more normal. Oh, this is something I eventually started noticing and grew pretty disappointed with. The day-night cycle is literally just putting a fucking color filter. And if you pay attention, shadows are in the same place. Source of light that doesn't actually exist is in the same place. They just changed the color.
Hey there, stranger.
Fuck you. Is that music? Oh, that's just a guitar in the background of the soundtrack. It sounds like a radio.
Spit it out. I keep the medical equipment working, more or less.
Crank it up.
That'll do for now.
Sort of scenario is where it'd be very convenient if you could just do what you can do in a lot of other games, and even more recent Bethesda ones. You just grab the parts that you need for a later quest, and it just sits in your inventory. Then when you finally get the quest that needs it, you just be like, nope, I already got it. Here it is. It's interesting how these med vendors are supposedly controlled by what looks like, or at least very similar to the keypad of an old flip phone. This is another benefit of field of view. Even in a game like this where your sprinting speed is really not that fast, it just feels much faster. I really wish you could actually just open this gate up. Save no time at all, because there's really no reason to. I suppose if you really want to, you can still go all the way back to the beginning area. Open up the chest there. The meta thing to do here would be to hop around to a couple of these places. It may be a bit early to actually get use out of any of these, but Underdome you can get a stash. T-Bone Junction, you can do the starting quest for Scooter. Even though it's way over leveled, and it's just so easy. Probably level up like 3 or 4 times just doing that. But we're not doing meta.
What is it? You can call me Zed. Everyone else does. You got what you need, now scram. What can I do for you? I might not have a med school degree, but when you get shot, you'll be happy I'm here.
Disappointed that after studying those files, I've come to realize that there's a huge part of this dude's character that's just been stripped out. Now here, especially in sequels where they completely flanderize every character even further, he's just the wacky doctor that likes to chop dead people up. Blech. Fucking retard shit. But here, he was originally straight up an alcoholic. They took away his med license, became an alcoholic, but he's still the only guy around to patch you up.
Keep the medical equipment working, more or less.
Later on in Sanctuary, or not Sanctuary, that's a named-only place. There's no proof that I could find that Sanctuary was actually visitable originally. Later in New Haven, you can actually talk to and get a few extra lines out of, like, 3 characters that have any actual characterization by doing that.
Might not have a med school degree, but when you get shot, you'll be happy I'm here.
This is such a difficult choice. I wonder what I should choose. That.
Well, thanks for the help. You ought to use the machine to sell some things you don't need and buy first aid kits to use on the field.
It just makes so much more sense to have lines like that actually play. I don't... Even with the shift in focus to being more interested in co-op online play, there's no reason for those lines to have just not been set to play. Why would EB computer? That's stupid. I've seen a lot of players don't even use those. Oh, fuck me.
First aid kits to use on the field. Well, thanks for the help. You ought to use the machine to sell some things you don't need and buy first aid kits to use on the field.
I guess, yes, there are some lines that do indeed get played, and I've just forgotten them. But you can... That was just a perfect side-by-side comparison. You can tell there's some weird post-processing thing they do, not on the files, but on the live playback.
You can call me Zed. Everyone else does. I keep the medical equipment working, more or less.
People don't yet trust you. If you're going to ever find the vault, you'll need the aid of the people. Helping Dr. Zed with his nine-toes problem is a good move.
Yeah, see, I don't know. Like, Zed's the only person here, because everybody else got dummied out, or just... You're supposed to expect them... You're supposed to believe they're just sitting in the houses doing nothing. Nobody knows anything about the vault, or you looking for it. It just doesn't make any sense. This isn't active yet. There are definitely some assets still in the game from the original art style. See if we can find them later. This up here, that very well may be some of it, because that definitely looks like... That definitely for sure looks like a pistol. What is this? MXAO, I turned that on. That's what the problem is. Should I... Sure. D-band. I don't think there's any D-band. Let's try that for now. Yeah, that pistol and those grenades, they definitely look more like the original art style. I don't recall pretty much any of these being all that readable in Enhanced Edition either. I tell you. Maybe it's got something to do with talking and doing shit like that, but I'm certainly not the booze hound I used to be, but normally when I'm on the occasion grabbing some beers and drinking it like this on a Friday night, I'm not feeling it this much. Die, bitch. Let's pull the pistolero out. thing I got to a precision weapon, and it's very not precise. Hey, buddy, ready to die today? I hope so. Yeah, you know, I think I'm going to keep this extra sharpening filter on the AMD CIS. It's worked okay in other games I force it in on. In. It's probably going to fuck the video, but it looks pretty good, actually, to me. What's this supposed to be? There's a toggle, not in the game options, but in the advanced configurator to enable PhysX. I don't think that's what's happening here. I think this is just a canned animation. Suppose if I had to admit anything, the one thing that Borderlands 2 has over this is that it does introduce a couple extra nice visual features, like PhysX, back when that was still actually included. You want some? Come get some. Bitch. Some too. Actually, outside of this starter shotgun, seems only the... What the f... Okay, maybe it's because I'm primarily running over 300 frames per second, but why did that happen? I'll take it. That's the kind of physics glitch I love. Because it's funny.
Just tell me if you need anything.
Damn. Look, it actually looks like there's a bit of modern detail.
Med school degree, but when you get shot, you'll be happy I'm here. I keep the medical equipment working, more or less. You know what you need to know.
It'd be nice if you could explore these other buildings. I forget, is this when Marcus opens this up? Or is that later? Starting to think you only get access to the weapon shops once you've killed 9 toes. So this is when these guys start getting triggered. Rather, their spawns become active, and being in the area triggers the script to send them out. I can't replace this gun soon enough. This thing sucks. Range in which it is effective is a range where I'm better off using this. point in using it is to drive up proficiencies. And that's something I gotta remember to do here. Because I keep falling into this trap when I'm playing it otherwise. Try not to worry about raising proficiencies in shitty weapon classes I don't care about. Once I get to being able to unlock skills, I gotta figure out how I want to do it, but basically, what I'm seeking definitely this, max this out. Max this out. Max this out. Max this out. I don't remember the exact build I used in the Xbox playthrough of this, but I want to basically do the same thing here. So I think it fits my playstyle to a T.
You? One more step and it'll be your last. You should have seen the look on your face. You're not a skag, are you? No? Well, lucky you. I only shoot skag. Well, mostly anyways. Don't worry about me. I can take care of myself. I'll get by just fine. All right? I'm okay. Don't worry about me. I can take care of myself. I'll get by just fine. All right?
Stolen food? That must be a different mission. I know for sure. Chunks of ham that for sure should not be stored like that on a desert planet. I know they're used for something. Just about to get that first skill. That would have gone much cooler if I didn't get stuck. So yeah, that cool thing going there, and then I get fucking stuck on the hole, and it was like, lame. Yep, I am thinking of the right thing. Just not those exact items that I was looking at. Surely there's a way to get through here. In most games, you would be able to. It's pretty simple enough, just fucking crouch jump. But I guess Gearbox wants you to get stuck instead. Lame. You know, I think I'm going to try something here. Because this will force reloading that level. Again, I've never played this in multiplayer, so I've never done the arena. So I don't know if the voice lines that are supposed to play in the arena actually play. Hell? Happening elsewhere? Seems like I'm sinking into the ground when I'm sprinting. I can visualize that as, like, you just hunching over and sprinting full bore, but I haven't noticed that being the case elsewhere. I need to see this. I don't think when I first started doing this, I didn't have a smartphone. It was quite against them. Ah, and now that I've got one, I can do this shit. That's a link to Gearbox software. Okay. There's some interesting stuff here. I'm surprised it's actually readable with how shit the texture quality is. This one says, Marcus Munitions Incorporated, unauthorized retailer of everything that goes boom. BorderlandsTheGame.com. Get this out of the way. Surely you can scan this last one. Last one is just too mangled. It reload the area, but the chest is not reloaded, therefore I will not waste time with the rest of my experiment. I was going to run back to the very start to see if the chest there respawned. There's certainly a chance that they do. Boy, shops have new inventory.
I've been looking for you.
Let's see. Okay. He's... Fuck! He's got maybe not this, but the level up. Second tier.
Don't worry about me. I can take care of myself. I'll get by just fine. All right? I'm okay.